guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hi, I'm Michelle, and if you're not, then hi. I have a super special guest today. This is Tay.
Hi.
This is my bestie slash work wifey slash Gemini twin slash fellow Kardashian slash...
I think you hit them all.
Yeah, well, welcome Tay to the channel.
Thank you.
Today we are going to be doing a get ready with me. We're going to be using all Dior products because obviously Tay and I work at Dior, and I've gotten a lot of questions about like what my life is like at Dior, how I got into Dior, and obviously Tay can share some of her experience as well. So hopefully you guys find this video helpful and also entertaining, and maybe you can learn some makeup tips and tricks along the way. But yeah, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me. Oh.
She's the product manager for skincare. So, boop, 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 boop. So we're gonna start with skincare. Maybe Tay can tell me a little bit about what you're gonna be using. Tell me about your job, like how you got to become skincare manager. Oh, I should probably turn my phone on. Let's start with what are we gonna be using?
All right, well, I'm going to start with the Capture Totale Super Potent Serum. So this is a new range that launched this year, and I absolutely love this product. This has Madagascar Longoza in it and AHAs, which is really great for plumping the skin, and it is part of the anti-aging line. You're never too young to start anti-aging.
Yeah. We're
both 23 and we start now and we're gonna look the same when we're 40 years old. So I'm gonna put just 2 pumps of that.
This is not Dior sponsored in any way, but obviously working for the brand, like we kind of live and breathe the product. But
Look how glowy.
yeah, it's really good for like prepping and priming the skin. So we're gonna start with that, and then maybe we can talk about our uni life and like maybe our internship going into Dior. Okay, so for you guys probably know because you've watched my other videos, but I started my internship in my last year of uni. So while I talk about that, I'm going to just put on some primer. This is Dior Backstage.
Doing the same.
So yeah, I started in my like last year of uni. Tay and I actually did the same program. So it was like a 6-week program through our uni, and we were like basically paired or like matched with Dior, and I kind of had my own like feelings going into Dior. I don't know what you thought when you were like, were you super excited?
Originally I had asked to go into a different brand. I wanted to get into like FMCG marketing.
Stop. Did you want to go to Nestle?
Yeah. And they said only Christian Dior is available, and at the time I'm like, what would marketing even mean?
Yeah, right.
For Christian Dior. And then yeah, that's how I got into that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in with Backstage Face and Body Foundation, mix it in with Backstage Face and Body Glow. This is like the dynamic duo. Tay, what are you gonna use?
I'm using Skin Glow, Forever Skin Glow. My favorite foundation, so I'm just using that by itself. Yeah,
I was just like, oh, I don't know, like, and when I went for my interview, I heard it was like quite a small team, and at the time I thought, oh, maybe that's like not what I want. I want to be like around a lot of people and, you know, doing fun stuff. But that all changed when I started my internship. Even though it's a really small team, like I feel like we do like really cool stuff. And the good thing about being in a small team is everyone kind of owns what they do, and then you can kind of just, you know, you take the lead on your own projects.
You get exposure really quickly when it's a small team.
Yeah.
Because everyone is involved with everyone.
Yeah, and you're kind of thrown in the deep end.
100%.
Like, definitely. I think if anyone's like interested in going into the luxury sector, it can be quite challenging because there's a lot of like guidelines to follow. Obviously, if you're working for a brand like Dior or anything with that kind of like brand heritage, you're like the ambassador for the brand, and all the decisions that you make should reflect the brand in the most positive way. So there kind of is like a high expectation, I guess. When was like the turning point in your internship that you were like, yeah, I want to work for Dior? Like, when did that moment happen?
So at the time when I started, I know you had a lot more holistic experience compared to me. I started and I went to working straight under the makeup product manager at the time.
Right.
So I basically became her assistant. I think I did PR for 1 week.
Did you hate it?
I wasn't particularly fond of PR.
I'm in PR now.
Only because I would say I'm much more analytical.
Yeah.
Those types
There's a lot of creative, like, I always describe it as fluffy.
Yeah.
And PR is very fluffy, but it's fun. Like, if you like playing with makeup product, I'd say probably I'm the person in the team that touches the most makeup and like really, and I also get the makeup first because PR happens first.
You get skincare before I see skincare.
I know, right? I'm gonna go in with the Forever why is my thing? Yeah, Forever Skin Correct. This launched at the beginning of the year. It is my ride or die. I've got it in a few shades. This is 2W for concealing, but then I also have darker shades for, you know, contouring, so I'm gonna go with that.
And then yeah, as soon as I got into the makeup team, working with the makeup product manager, I was like, oh wow, I have always loved makeup. I always watched YouTube videos. I knew every product that was on the market at the time, and I was like, this is me, this is it. Especially starting with makeup for me, I think that was really important in really cementing that this was what I wanted to do. And then 3 weeks in, I was asked to stay on as a casual, so I was very lucky. It was very much right place at the right time.
I did the exact same thing as Tay, but wow, my under eyes look so bright. I did the exact same thing as Tay, but I started a year later because I had a longer degree. So I basically like followed in her footsteps. So I became basically her assistant, but we kind of worked alongside each other. And then when she moved into skincare, I kind of took over PR as well. So my role changed and she was in skincare. We still work like right opposite each other. For me, like my moment was just like the autonomy. Like I just love the fact that what I did at Dior made a huge difference. Like I have a big pull to the brand because it's like a beautiful brand, but I think like just in general for anyone that's like looking for a job or looking for like the qualities of a career that they like, I think like having ownership and like seeing your work drive results and like you owning it is like a really important,
it's really satisfying.
Yeah, so that's what I really loved. And then it was about 3 months after my internship that they asked me back, and I think I have a lot of people asking me like, how do you secure a full-time job after an internship? And it's like, it's not always guaranteed that you're gonna get a position right after, and I'm like a perfect example of that. But the best impression that you can leave on the team will like make you first in mind when they're gonna call you back. So
yeah, it's I think the best way to put it would be, even at your internship, treat it as your own company and put in the effort you would as if it was your own. Because that's the way you really impress people, impress your managers, and make you stand out from every other intern that walks in the door. And
don't get disheartened if, you know, the position doesn't come to you straight away. It's still experience. Think about what you can get out of the internship, because obviously the company is going to be happy for you to be there because you're helping them, but think about how they can help you. Like I was very clear with what I wanted out of the internship. I was like, I want to understand each function of marketing, so at least if I go away from this, I know I can at least pinpoint what area I want to be in. So think about what you can get from the brand, because that's also why they participate in these internship programs. Okay, you have to show that one.
Yeah, so this is a limited edition cushion.
It is the
Diorama
Dior Forever Perfect Couture Cushion, limited edition Diorama print. And how stunning is that? Like, so many people would just use that as a mirror. Like, let's be real, you're not really using that product.
No, I'm just like, I had to throw it in somewhere, and I'm like, you know what, I get a lot of creases when I smile, because all I do is smile. It's not a bad thing, but get on it.
Oh, look at that base though. Backstage foundation is like my fave.
Oh,
it's so buildable.
I gotta fight you on that one.
Okay,
look at the glow. Look at, please.
Okay, but when you mix the glow in,
that's true. I think it's very different for the look that you're after.
Yeah, I think that one is really full coverage, just automatically full coverage. Whereas Backstage, because it's like, it's actually used for backstage makeup, so like fashion shows. So the whole idea is that it's really lightweight, but you can keep building it up, and that's why I like it. We forgot lip glow.
Oh, how could we forget lip glow?
Okay, this is the Dior Lip Glow Color Reviver Balm. It is by far Dior's best product. It's a lip balm that takes the color of your lips and kind of just like enhances it. So always start with this.
This was the first ever Dior product I bought when I was maybe 16.
Really?
I begged my mum, and she's like, you have to save up for it. So all my birthday money saved up to buy this. I saw it on, I don't remember whose YouTube channel. Yeah. But I bought this, and I actually still have the original product I bought.
I go through these, like, I go through one every 2 months.
I bought this lip gloss as well, that Coral.
Okay. The only Dior thing that I had before working with Dior was Miss Dior Absolutely Blew Me.
Oh, beautiful.
I know. All right, let's
apply the contour.
Yeah, I'm gonna do contour as well. Oh, I'm looking carved out. So this is also Forever Skin Correct. I'm not really a cream contour kind of person, but I think how small these are Like you can take,
So
I literally used my shade as a foundation when I can't be bothered to bring the whole foundation bottle. Tell me like a bit about the day in the life of a skincare product manager.
I would say what I've realized is, I think within this industry, it's very cyclical in terms of what you do, but you never do the same thing twice, the exact same thing, right. I would say. Okay. So a lot of my day, I start off really just following up on anything related to what's launching in the coming weeks or the coming days. So depending on how far I am to my launch will depend on what I'm doing. So if I'm getting close, I'll be allocating out stock or samples or anything related to that. If I'm pretty far out, it'll be planning exactly what activations I'm doing, or I could be forecasting for a launch that's coming in, you know, 12 months from now. And then, you know, right now there's things like, you know, budget that we still have to do, a lot of eventing, which also sits under skincare, which would be facials, beauty classes that relate to whatever novelty is also on counter. And yeah, really working with the other functions every day, media, you in PR, CRM, and that's really what a day would look like.
For me, like, because I do marketing and PR, it's two like completely different brains that I use. Like as a marketing coordinator, when I support them, it's very much like setting up templates, you know, creating collateral, creating launch briefs that, you know, highlight all the product and, you know, consolidate all the information. What else do I do?
I'm gonna go in with eyeshadow while you keep going.
Okay.
This is the Backstage custom eye palette. Great little thing.
I'm gonna use this one, Amber Neutrals. Might as well introduce it.
Using my finger
while I'm talking. These are the best for traveling because they have a clear top. And it's like you don't have to.
And a primer.
And a primer. Yeah, we have all of them actually. Why do we show them?
Yeah.
This is Amber Neutrals. That's custom palette. This is warm neutrals.
And then I have cool neutrals as well.
And then for PR is basically the non-paid form of advertising. So I'm always like, you know, sending out product to the press, contacting influencers, you know, collaborating with them on our new launches, creating content. I'm always talking to the central teams about how to like, you know, localize something, because obviously with a global company, there's a lot of different versions, I would say, of what you can do, and you need to make sure it's relevant to your own market. So that's another thing that I learned. Like, even if you have the best, most creative, innovative idea, sometimes in a luxury brand or in a global brand, you just can't do it.
Yeah.
You really can't. It's just because like it needs to be consistent, and it needs to be within brand, and it needs to be, you know, approved by everyone. So yeah.
But what we do is things like for skincare, a lot of my work is making sure that we comply with regulations, ways that we can work around it and be allowed to launch products in the market. So I would say that is the side that you do get to have a bit more fun with, the eventing especially.
Oh, eventing,
you know, eventing is so much fun.
And organising like engraving and flowers and catering, that's something that a marketing coordinator usually does. If you weren't a skincare product manager, what would you be in the business?
In Dior?
Yeah.
I definitely think I would still be in some form of product management. And so maybe if I wasn't in skincare, I might have been looking to get into makeup. Yeah, but working in skincare, and I've always also applied skincare. I've just fallen more and more in love with that. Everything from ingredients to, and that's what people really don't know about Dior skincare. Just how rich the science is behind it.
Look how, okay, let me show you. See how pink my lips are? That's what happens from lip glow to me.
It's different.
But for
put
you,
on the exact same one.
Yeah, so
but I have more of a warm undertone, and yours is a lot more pink. So mine just looks like a soft pink.
Mine
yours
looks
is like
very pink.
Hello.
What's your favorite part of your job, and what's your least favorite part of your job?
My favorite part of my job is when stock finally when my launch makes it to counter and people start to use it, and I get to see, you know, the PR conversations about the product, you know, seeing my skincare in magazines, or hearing people talk about it that I might not have necessarily thought knew about skincare for Dior. And then really the clients, and hearing their stories from our counter, our beauty consultants, hearing what people are loving, that's the most rewarding bit.
It's least favorite part of your job?
Oh yeah.
Or maybe most challenging part, or you can do both.
I think it's the same thing for me.
Okay.
They sit in the same. And the fact that because we are by ourselves, and there's only one person doing each role. The most challenging bit would be if something does go wrong, it's all on you.
Yeah.
And for me, you know, starting up in the role, I think it's a little bit stressful, but I'm very lucky to have a very supportive team.
Yeah.
The other product managers, CRM, media, PR, everyone is super supportive. So I haven't been too much in the dark.
Of course we're gonna support you.
Yeah. What about you? I'm interested in this.
What is my favorite part of the job?
I think you secretly love PR.
I do. I'm like, is it the makeup? Is it the meeting the influencers? Is it going out to lunch?
Definitely Peter Phillips.
Oh my god, yeah, I've had some really great opportunities through PR. I've sat in on like a really interesting interview with Peter Phillips, who is the creative director for Dior Makeup, so that was really exciting. Yeah, I sat in on an interview with Peter Phillips at like 2 o'clock in the morning because obviously the time difference, but I was like not mad. He's so funny. He's like such a guy. So that's probably, yeah, I really like that. I also went to the Christian Dior Couture cruise event last year. That was so nice. They were like basically previewing the collection to all the press and also their top clients and influencers, and it was just a beautiful night. Like it was a fun event, and yeah, there's some, like, it's glamorous. If people ask me like, is working for Dior as glamorous as it may seem, I'm like, yeah, it is. My least favorite part,
would it be juggling?
Yeah, I think so actually. It's not so much prioritizing, but it's getting your brain in the right headspace for the two jobs, because they're actually quite different. Like even though PR sits in marketing, it's a really different mindset to be in, and also a different time frame. Like marketing coordinator roles are right in the moment. They're like right before launch. Yeah. PR things are like 2-3 months before launch. So it could be like 1 minute I'm basically in December, and the other moment I'm like right in the here and now, or 10 minutes ago when something was supposed to happen. Yeah. So yeah, it's the juggling, but I don't think that's going to be permanent. I think it's just, you know, one of the challenges along the way, and there will always be challenges. But obviously we love our job.
We do.
Look at us, we're doing a full face of Dior makeup.
Yeah, it's really rewarding, I think.
Yeah, it is. And like, if you like being surrounded by girls and like pretty things, working in beauty is exactly that. Oh, you know, another thing that I really like is that we don't have to wear like corporate attire.
Yeah,
it's like
very
fashion Vogue, like Devil Wears Prada. Yes. But maybe not as glamorous.
But I think towards the end of last year, when we were really feeling summer, we were fit. Yeah, we were putting in so much effort to work, and it was like so much fun. Every day would probably work. I think at least 3 out of 5 times in a week we'd be matching without planning it. Yeah, so that was always fun.
I'm gonna use this bad boy. This is the Dior Backstage eyelash curler. It is one of the best eyelash curlers, if not the best, that I've ever tried. I'm just gonna give up with this whole hand thing. But it's spring-loaded, so it's like
ergonomical.
Ergonomical, that's the word. I'm just gonna go in and curl.
I'm gonna have to use your one too, because my lash curler's a bit sad.
Yeah, you can use mine. This is really gross, but this is the Dior Show 3D Maximizer. So it's an eyelash primer, but it also helps to lengthen your eyelashes. And while I'm talking about that, this is the iconic Overcurl, like the best mascara, and it just got better as of Sunday, the 30th of August, because they've relaunched it with this stunning new packaging, and then they've also improved the formula. So this is kind of like a little preview, but this is the duo. You can get this one because this one's stunning. But I'm gonna pop those two on while we continue talking.
Okay, what were we saying? Tips. Of course. Okay, so yeah, I would say definitely treat every position you are in the way you would treat your own company. I think I mentioned that before. Yeah. But do everything with your whole heart. Yeah. You know, it's not about, oh, I'm not going to be here for long, I really don't want to get invested. It's not about that, because every opportunity that you're put in is a learning opportunity. And if I was to not get a job at Dior after my internship, yeah, the way that I applied myself and I just questioned everything. I'm like, okay, so you're doing this, but why are you doing it? How do you do it? Employees love that. They love someone that really just doesn't sit there and wait for them to tell them what to do. It's all about taking the initiative. Yeah. And that's what I always say to people. I'm like, take the initiative. ask them what you can do better on. If you submit a piece of work, what did you think? How can I improve? And that's how I think going from intern to product manager, that was what I did and still do. I still ask the same questions.
Even if you don't get a job, full-time job out of it, like do your best so you're top of mind for anything that comes up. I have a lot of people also ask me like, how do you get an internship at Dior? It's a bit tricky because ours was through the university, but if I didn't have an internship with Dior and I really wanted to work for them, like I would just network, like contact someone on LinkedIn, make a connection, like all the people, all the people that have even reached out to me just to talk to me about like my job. I'm so happy to speak to someone. Like maybe I can't offer them something because I'm not in a position to, but again, like being top of mind and talking to people and putting yourself out there, like there's no harm that's going to come from that. In terms of like resume, what do you think, Tay?
It wasn't until my final year of uni that I realized how important, especially in marketing, it was to have experience. Because at the end of the day, we can all graduate with good marks. We can all graduate having a marketing degree, but what will distinguish you from the person next to you is the experience that you've had. So if I could give one piece of advice to first year, second years, don't wait to do your internship. Just go straight into like applying yourself to everything. If you can get a job in a marketing firm.
I interned at Shopo.
So yeah, I never did that.
And I think that the difficult thing about marketing is it's not like a finance job. Like they don't really have as many graduate like teams and pools that they do with like other majors. I know like a lot of my friends that were, you know, applying for finance grad roles, it was a lot easier because they're hiring full teams. Whereas marketing and luxury, it's kind of like you hire for the position. There's one person. So you have to do even more to like stand out, I guess.
And don't underestimate the power that your tutors have. A lot of the time your tutors are people that do work in the industry or have worked, so they always know people. Go to all of your marketing society events, get to networking, apply for mentee programs. Don't assume that the minute you get out of uni it's just going to be handed to you. I think, you know, especially now with COVID, like it's going to be really hard. It's going to get even more competitive. So whatever you can do, even if it's like starting your own Instagram page and you know, showing that you can market on something that even yourself.
If you don't have experience, like that is experience. I put that on my resume. I was like, one of my skills was like content creation at Micheleraee. I literally did that because that shows a lot about, you know, your passion for whatever it is that you're doing, and they want to hire people like that for the brand. So look at that mascara. I'm telling you, iconic overcup. Not biased.
It's really good. I just did my brush.
Yeah, this is an absolute fave of mine. It is the Rouge blush in Rose Montaigne. Yeah, it's like the perfect pinky tone.
A little tip I learned while being here.
What?
Is you apply like a little bit on the top of your nose.
Yeah, all the time.
And it gives you, because I know
you like that sun-kissed.
Like you've just been in the sun.
Yeah, I also learned from I think it was Hilary Duff. Because a lot of my job, I'm like watching Vogue YouTube videos because I'm trying to get inspiration for what we can do. And she did a bronzer and it was like, she was like, go in a W.
A W?
Yeah, so she was like, go down here, go up here, go down here, go up here.
Cute. That's really cute.
Okay.
Love that. Go Hilary. I'm going to jump straight into highlighter. That is my favorite step of any makeup routine.
I brought a few, but if I were to pick one, it would be this one. This is the Dior.
I have to say this is my favorite too.
Yeah,
001.
001 Universal Glow Face Palette. I just think it's so good because it's got all the different like shades you would need.
This is the 002. This shade here, Peach. I've never, and if Michelle shows you my drawer over there, I love highlighter. It's the product I collect the most.
Is it your favorite?
This is my fave. It looks super matte on camera, but it has the lightest pigments in it, and it just reflects without it being glittery.
Yeah, it's not glittery.
So it's not glittery, but watch when I do this. Look at that. It's like, I don't think I'll be able to see. Oh yeah, you kind of can. It hasn't got glitter chunks, but it has glow, if that makes sense.
Because this one I love, like it has glow, but it has a little bit of glitter. This is a nude luminizer.
So I'm going to go in with that one actually.
Let's talk about what it's like to work with your best friend.
Oh, yes.
Well, how did we become best friends?
I would say it was because I didn't really have too many people in the team that I knew, and Michelle was just that one person. She had worked with us in January, so it was just that familiarity that was great to have. And then we were the same age. We were both born in June, and I think we had a lot of common ground. Came from the same uni, started the same, so I think
we kind of had each other.
Yeah, we did. And then we did everything together. Like, we were going to the gym together, you know. I think it can be a little bit difficult, especially now. We've done really well at it, but you know, you work with, not under me, but you know, you do report to me at times. And so it's just being able to distinguish having a really good friendship outside of work, but when you're in work, you understand where we sit with each other.
And I think another thing we really bonded on was, like, I guess our friends at the time, because we started like working pretty full-time earlier than a lot of our friends. And I think it's really fun having a friend at work because they understand when you're busy, they understand when you're stressed. I found it hard, like, with my friends outside of work to meet up with them and to like organize stuff with them. It was really good to have, you know, you understand exactly what I'm going through, and then even better, we were like in the same role, so you literally understood everything I was going through. How do we look?
Well, I'm about to put them onto the best lip
Show them your little collection.
Okay, this is my Dior lip collection. So as you can see, I have quite a few in here. So I start off with a lip liner. I have gone through, I can't even tell you.
I have that same one.
It's so good. I put you on it.
I don't know what happened. Okay, so Mena Hill said, I want to apply to the merchandising trainee program at Dior. Do you have any tips? I'm not too familiar with the merchandising trainee program because we don't have one of those in Australia, and I'm not sure where she's from. But I would reach out to someone perhaps from your country and who's maybe in Dior merchandising. That would kind of be my advice.
Or if you're at uni, reach out to your
like advisor.
They're the best people to get you into where you want.
Wow, this is amazing. I'm really confused as to what I want to do. I'm 17 in the UK and I've just decided to do economics and modern languages, then do a master's in management or accounting. Go girl. I think doing finance in a luxury fashion house is awesome. Are there any perks, like product wise?
I don't know if we need to say.
There are definitely perks product wise. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
This is the applicator. I don't know if they're gonna be able to see it. I'm not even.
It's like a really doe foot. Yeah, I'll show you mine actually, because I'm just gonna go in. All I use is lip glow oil. This is the Dior lip glow oil. Comes in a lot of shades. This is actually a new one. Like, they have all the classic shades. This is Rosewood, and Rosewood is getting really trendy. It's kind of like a nude, and all you do, just pop it on.
My favorite applicator.
What, that
this
one?
No,
yeah,
this is so
it's like
it's a cloud. That's how I get to describe it.
It's a cloud on your lips, and you literally just,
and how it's like so non-sticky.
Yeah, it's like, it's an oil. It's not a gloss. So it's hydrating. It's got cherry oil in it, and
oh, look at this combo. I love a good lip, and that is my forever combo.
Hi, my dream is to graduate from USC and get an internship in design at Dior. Wow, I wish we had this many teams. We don't have a design team. Perhaps she means like fashion. Okay, yeah, they are separated. In some markets they're together, but in Australia they're separated. Can you make a video on how you got into both and or a day in the life of working at Dior? Well, actually I do have a USC video, so it's the my college experience in USC. And a day in the life, we kind of covered that already.
Yeah.
Get it, girl. Always finished with a bit of fragrance. This is the new Miss Dior Rose and Roses. It's got Taylor's little name on it. That's something really cool that we do.
Yeah, spritz me.
Watch me like get in your eye or something.
Beautiful.
Did I get you?
Stunning, yeah.
Oh. Oh my god, I can taste it.
I think we ended up
and we've got absolutely nowhere to go. We're gonna go eat Cheetos now. So thank you all for watching this video. I hope you found it entertaining, helpful, whatever. I don't know if I can link all these products in the description box. I'll do my very best. If you have any questions about any of the products that we use, just comment it and I can let you know. But thank you, Tay, for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Will be on the channel more often. I hope to see you next time. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, hit the bell, and See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.